the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Straight ahead here on DC News Now at noon, the mother of the man killed outside of Tyson's Corner last week is calling for an independent investigation into her son's death. Plus, the battle over President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan continues. We're at the Supreme Court this afternoon, but first, here's meteorologist Damon Matson.
Yeah, steady rain fell last night. We had some fog early on this morning, but things are now starting to really improve as we get into the afternoon. Are we going to see a good amount of sunshine? And how is that late week forecast shaping up? We'll have a check coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Damon. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Annalisa Gale, filling in for Mark Hall. For the first, the mother of Timothy Johnson is now speaking out about his death. It happened last Wednesday at the Tyson's Corner Center. Fairfax County Police say that they were called about a theft for a pair of sunglasses. Two officers ordered Johnson to then get on the ground and then shot him. Johnson later died at the hospital. Take a listen to what Johnson's mother had to say earlier.
I think it was just stuck. I just couldn't understand what had happened. It just didn't make any sense, I guess, to me. So I was just trying to process everything. And again, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, okay, who am I going to call? I'm here by myself. Who do I need to notify? And I just couldn't believe that my son was gone.
Police say an officer was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting. We'll have more on this coming up on DC News Now at 5.
Officers from the 3rd District did discharge their firearm in the direction of the suspect. The suspect fled the scene on foot. The suspect was later located in an alleyway in the 1400 block of Meridian Place behind a residence with what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
That was DC Investigations Assistant Chief Leslie Parsons speaking about the incident where a man died following some type of confrontation with police there. Police say the man turned the gun on himself after that confrontation. DC News Now's Lex Juarez was in the Columbia Heights neighborhood all morning. She has the latest.
Well, it all started about a block up 14th Street here, right around Park Road. Police were called to the area by neighbors who heard gunshots around 11:30 at night. Now, when the officers arrived on the scene, they only found shell casings. Nearby businesses and witnesses gave them some descriptions of the people involved, and just after midnight, police spotted a man who matched one of those people's descriptions. Well, they tried to get him to stop and talk to them, and police say that's when he pulled out a gun. The officers shot at him and then ducked for cover. While they were ducking for cover, they say the man ran away. So shortly after that, another officer spotted the man just a few blocks up the street around Meridian Place. He tried to stop the man, who then ran into an alleyway. Officers then heard a single gunshot and found the man dead in the alley. And police do believe that that man shot himself after running into the alley. The investigation is ongoing. There is also going to be an internal affairs investigation, and then after that wraps up, we will be able to get the body camera footage from this incident. We expect an update from police sometime in the afternoon. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
New this afternoon, a bomb threat was reported at Howard University this morning. The Department of Safety ordered a shelter in place for nearly an hour for that threat. Only one building was impacted. The good news, the DC Police Department was able to give them an all clear and the community was able to get back to normal. An investigation is underway now. Well, Prince George's County Council is taking a final vote on rent stabilization this afternoon. The bill they are voting on will temporarily change the landlord-tenant code so that landlords can't raise rent prices more than 3%. It will also ensure that landlords give prior notice before raising rent prices. As the population in Prince George's County continues to grow, leaders say it is important to have legislation like this so people who have lived there their whole lives are not forced out. The bill has support now from many in the county, including some council members and the county executive.
We are growing, we are developing, we're making great investments, but we want to make sure as we do so that we take a moment to stop and consider what is happening, not just here in Prince George's, but as the councilwoman said, this price gouging is happening all across the nation.
The council is set to vote on the Rent Stabilization Act during their meeting sometime this afternoon. It's considered one of the biggest cases this term today. The U.S. Supreme Court will consider whether President Biden has the authority to wipe out billions of dollars in student loan debt for millions of Americans. Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson is looking at this ongoing debate.
This morning, the Supreme Court will hear oral arguments over President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan.
This program is going to give tens of millions of Americans across the country a little bit of a breathing room that you hear from the president, who says this a lot.
The 9 justices will consider 2 legal challenges to a plan to cancel up to $20,000 in student debt for borrowers, one from 6 Republican-led states, the other a conservative advocacy organization.
It's unfortunate that some Republicans officials across the country think differently. They don't think that Americans need a little breathing room.
According to the White House, more than 26 million Americans submitted applications. 16 million of them were approved before lower courts paused the program.
We're going to see what the Supreme Court decides.
Jonathan Butcher with the Heritage Foundation calls the administration's plan unfair.
This is a gigantic shift of these debts from college students over to taxpayers who will be footing the bill for this.
Cancel student debt!
Cancel student debt!
Cancel student debt! Cancel student debt!
Cancel student debt!
And student loan borrowers have been outside the Supreme Court to rally for Biden's student loan relief plan since last night. About 26 million have applied for Biden's relief program, and about 16 million have been approved for some relief from the program rolled out in August. And this afternoon, many with student loans and advocates from across the country gathered for a rally this morning before the Supreme Court justice began hearing those oral arguments. Now, DC News Now's Tosin Fakile was at that rally.
The rally by the steps of the Supreme Court is the People's Rally Against Debt Cancellation. It started about 8 o'clock this Tuesday morning. As you can see, hundreds of people showed up for this rally. Their message very clear. They want student loans to be canceled now, and they say it is legal. Amongst those in the crowd are students who have debt and also some who have graduated and are still paying student loans.
I want to buy a home. I want to start my own family, and I have over $100K worth of debt, and it's a lot. And I'm doing everything that I was told I needed to do to pursue the American dream, and it just feels unfair.
For Satra Taylor, a doctoral student, she rallies for herself, but also her loved ones.
What pushed me more to come out is when I realized that if student loan debt is canceled under Biden's plan, that all of my family members' student loan debt would be wiped out.
Organizers and speakers at the rally stressing the legality of the president's program.
President Biden's life-changing student debt relief program is legal.
Definitely hoping to hear that the Supreme Court also agrees that the president does have jurisdiction to make this decision.
A number of rally goers will be inside the court as the arguments happen. Some got their tickets to be inside and camped outside overnight.
We came out here and we sat all night in the cold and the rain to support student debt relief. I know personally I'm only a sophomore. I have thousands of dollars in debt.
Because I really believe that justices should have to look into the eyes of borrowers when they're hearing people funded by billionaires talking about taking away the relief that we're entitled to.
A decision from the Supreme Court on this matter is expected in June by the steps of the Supreme Court. I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now.
Thanks, Tosin. In health news now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has issued an advisory for an increase in a drug-resistant stomach virus. The CDC says Shigella infections have seen a 5% increase in drug resistance since 2015. The virus usually causes inflammation, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. It can be transmitted from person-to-person contact and through sexual activity. Shigella usually affects children between 1 and 4, but now the CDC is seeing an increase in gay and bisexual men, people experiencing homelessness, and frequent international travelers. The mystery is coming to an end now. The strange dust seen falling from the sky across parts of West Virginia and eastern Maryland turned out to be mostly pollen. At least that's what people were calling it, dust there. People in West Virginia and western Maryland flooded social media last week with photos like this, particles flying around and cars coated in a thick white film. But according to the Montgomery County Department of Environmental Protection, it was mostly pollen with traces of mineral matter there.